What's up, guys? So you've probably seen people doing exercises with cables attached to arm cuff attachments while holding onto some type of grip or handle. And a lot of the times this gets clowned on. But today I want to break down why this approach is actually really intelligent, even if the specific exercise someone's doing is not. So this all comes down to something called neuromechanical matching. Now that's just a fancy way of saying your nervous system recruits muscles more effectively when the movement matches a pattern it already understands. Catch what I said there. Your nervous system recruits muscles more effectively when the movement matches a pattern it already understands. The reason I'm emphasizing this is we're talking about neuromechanical matching. So if your brain doesn't already have a pattern that it understands because you're new in training age, because typically when you see people perform these movements, they're typically younger people that are just getting into the gym, but they read some PubMed study that says that this angle at this angle while holding onto this does this. You're not really getting the benefits out of it that you could because you need to build that pattern first. So if you're new to training, take your time, learn how to do the exercise the right way, and then later on worry about neuromechanical matching. See, when you're holding on to something, your brain recognizes the action as we're lifting or moving an object. Because that pattern is familiar, the body organizes tension better, the target muscles get recruited more efficiently, and the mind to muscle connection feels stronger. Now, adding wrist cuffs with fat grips takes this idea even further. See, the cuffs remove the strain and free up the forearm involvement, while the grips still give your brain the anchor point it needs. So instead of wasting effort on just hanging on to the implement, where grip fatigue or tiny slips in the handle force you to constantly make micro adjustments, you free up that cognitive bandwidth. So that means no more form breaking down just because your hands are slipping or your grip gives out. Instead, all that energy goes straight into the muscles you're trying to train. And unlike straps or VersaGrips, which always shift and move around in the movement because of the fact that you wrap them around, so when you're doing the movement, they do have the flexibility to kind of move here and there, cuffs plus grips eliminate that issue. The weight just hangs freely, your hands stay engaged, and the contraction feels locked in. So while you might see this setup used in some questionable ways, when applied to a solid exercise, neuromechanical matching makes it one of the most intelligent ways to train.